Ross, first reflect on last weekend. What a great occasion, great result. Everything seemed to come together last weekend.
Yeah, it was a brilliant day for us lads and obviously the club and everyone else involved. Yeah, like you say, topped off with a good win.
We spoke in the build-up to the game about the occasion, the amount of fans. You're one of the players that have been fortunate enough to play in front of a lot more fans than that, but how much did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, it's great when it's rocking, and yeah, obviously you always want to play in the best games with the most fans and stuff. So yeah, no, it was a great atmosphere, and obviously really good to sort of top it off with a win.
Yes, how good were the lads on the day? It was a great performance, wasn't it?
Outstanding. Yeah, I think that potentially could have been probably our best performance of the season. That, and when we needed it most as well, really. Obviously coming off the back of a loss away at Kiddie. Yeah, it was a great performance, great win.
In terms of that, there was probably a lot of pressure on the lads at the weekend. I know Will Evans alluded to it. Just everything seemed to stack up. Big crowd, a loss before, everything like that. But the lads rose to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, it was important coming off the back of a loss, and it just gave obviously them a little bit of a leg up. And at the moment they're obviously right back in the mixer. So really important that we got the win. Yeah, the lads rose to the occasion.
In terms of the game 3-1, I suppose you'd be gutted that Will Diva free kick pinged in at the end, I guess.
Yeah, it's not really much you can do, I think. It's right outside the box, and he's got it up and down over the wall really quick. Yeah, it's I think, yeah, that would have been nice to top the day off, but as long as they didn't get beat my side, that was made for.
In terms of that, we speak about it every time, chasing them records. I think you've equalled one of the club records so far. How pleased are you that, regardless of what happens in the last 6 games, half of the league games this season you've kept clean sheets in?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Obviously, it's a nice accolade for myself, but essentially it probably doesn't mean anything unless we go up. So I think really pleased with the amount of clean sheets I've racked up this season already, and hopefully I can get a few more, and that might just be the difference between obviously us getting promoted and us not.
You say it doesn't mean anything unless we go up. I suppose the 3 points last weekend don't mean anything unless we back it up this weekend.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we've got 6 games to go now, 6 massive games to go, and essentially obviously the form at Kiddie are in there. They look like they're coming in like a steam train. So all we can do is just keep ticking off the games, keep winning. We've got 6 big games to go.
In terms of that Southport this weekend, they're one of the 6 teams to have beaten us this season. What are your thoughts on them?
Yeah, they're a good side. Obviously, Jim had done a really good job there, and obviously he's left now. So you don't really know what team's going to turn up, and whether they're under it, whether they've got a new lease of life. So we can't really take anything for granted, and just hopefully put the game to bed as early as we can.
I suppose it's awkward when you get to this stage of the season. We start playing the teams with nothing to play for and things like that. It often kind of skews what happens out there, I guess, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, obviously most teams are gonna sit in front of the ball in most of the games that they have done against us, and we need to find a way to break them down and score goals, and obviously at the other end, not concede any. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but I don't think it's going to be much sort of difference to what we've already faced.
In terms of the group as a whole, how much positivity and confidence are the lads taking from last weekend?
Yeah, massive positivity. To be honest with you, I think even after the game on Tuesday, we were really positive. It was obviously their game in hand, and there was always going to be obviously behind us. So we're still in the driving seat either way. And look, I mean, before that game, I don't think we lost in sort of 20 odd games. I think 21 games. So listen, it was been on a really good run at the time. So now we need to go on another one.
In terms of that, it was kind of a freak goal as well from a cross. How disappointing from your perspective is that one?
Yeah, it happened. Unfortunately, I spoke to him straight afterwards, and he was like, "No, mate, it's it's bounced up in Ibishing and gone in the top corner. But I know Maz a little bit, and I know for a fact he didn't mean that.
In terms of, like you say, last 6 games, what we've done well this season is one game at a time. I know it's a footballing cliche, but we just need to carry that on, don't we, and focus on the 3 points in front of us.
Absolutely, yes. It's obviously 6 cup finals now, and we've done it for 40 games before. Yeah, we've got 6 chances to put it right. So yeah, 6 massive games, and hopefully, obviously, everyone can get behind us, and yeah, hopefully we can bring it on.
In terms of the fans, then, there was obviously over 8,000 there last weekend, and I know it's for a community day and often inflates it, but how much do we need the fans in the last 3 home games?
No, absolutely, yeah. I mean, it is a bit of a cliche, but they are our 12th man, and there has been games, obviously, where we probably haven't been at it as much, and you do get a bit of a boost from the crowd, and it does to an extent influence your mood and your performance. So yeah, I mean, we need them now more than ever.
In terms of that, obviously we're not likely to get back up to 8,000, particularly with not selling out the away end, but how good would it be to go past the 4, maybe even 5,000 mark for the last 2 games?
Yeah, it'd be brilliant, yeah, especially with the importance of the season, the importance of the time of the season. Obviously, hopefully, like the weather being a bit better as well, it might just bring a few more people out. So, yeah, no, I mean, we need as many people as we can at the moment behind us, and just to give us that little bit of an extra boost.
And final thought, obviously, retain the Links Cup on Tuesday. How pleased were you for Mace that he got a couple of penalty saves under his belt?
Yeah, it's important. It's important to for him to get some games and get some essentially valuable experience. He's playing in a good stadium, nice ground, and I mean there weren't much on it, but there is something at stake. You got a chance to win silverware, and obviously at any opportunity you can win silverware, you want to win it. So no, it's important for Mace, because he needs to find his way, and if anything was to happen to me, touch wood it doesn't, but he needs to be ready to go straight in, and I thought we done really well Tuesday.
In terms of the penalty saves, do you know that he has that in him, does he?
Yeah, well, he's got a good presence, he's got good athleticism, and he covers the goal well, so I wasn't massively surprised when he saved a couple, and he is quite good at penalties, so it's obviously something to keep in mind.
Just in terms of the Links Cup as a whole, obviously not our biggest priority by any stretch of the imagination, but I suppose it's good to continue the momentum from Saturday to win a game of football and just to get a bit of silverware. Yeah,
of course it is, yeah. And obviously for some of the lads who haven't played as well, just sort of ticks them over with minutes and just gets their legs going again, because it is a long old season, and sometimes it's difficult when you get times of the season where you don't play much. That's just football, and so whenever we need to get, well, ideally, obviously, get minutes into players, it's important, and like you say, it's really important to just keep that run going, and like you say, just keep winning. Keep ticking off wins.
I'll just throw one more in, because you've said about players ticking over and getting minutes. One player that made that impression over the last couple of weeks is Michael Kelly. I mean, what a goal on the day, but it shows the epitome of being ready when your chance comes, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and to be fair, I think since we've all been here, I think that's probably Kel's best game. He's pretty much faultless on Saturday, but listen, Kel's has been brilliant. Obviously, since we've all been in it, he's probably had it a little bit tough, bless him. But whenever he's been called upon, he's been excellent, and you can't fault his work rate, his mentality, and it's a credit to him really, because obviously there was a period again, like you say, he's where he's probably not played as many games as he'd like. But he's kept his head down, he's kept working, and hopefully now he's going to play a massive part in us getting over the line.